What's up, people? This is Abraham Walker with Ask A Walker, your Northern Virginia real estate agent. So we have a nice little video series that we're going to be doing. The way we're going to start this off is by talking about properties that are $1.5 million. And let's say you have the need for a 30-minute commute to the city. If you fall into that category, you're looking at probably 4 different areas: Arlington, McLean, Falls Church, and Vienna. So what we're going to do today is we're actually going to show you 4 different properties that fit into that criteria. Now, not all of them are exactly 1.5 million. Some of them are a little bit lower, some of them are a little bit higher, but they're going to give you a good representation of what your money could buy if you're in those price points. We're going to start off that series by talking about a property in Vienna. Now, we're on Church Street, which I believe is the heart of Vienna. It gives you like that Main Street type of vibe. You have brick pavers on the sidewalk. You have these little benches and whatnot sprinkled all throughout. Further down Church Street is where you'll see a lot of the festivals that Vienna hosts. Our family went to Taste of Vienna a couple years ago. It was a really nice event. The house that we're going to actually tour is less than 7 minutes from this spot right here. So let's go. Now we are in Vienna for what is $1.549 million, so just above our price point for this series. And you have 4 bedrooms on the bedroom level. There is a Jack and Jill bath, which is one of my favorite little accessories. The other guest bedroom also has its own ensuite. So what we see here in Vienna, you can get one of the more newer properties in this price point. Another thing that's really nice about this home is you have this 2-car garage. You also have 2 ovens. You have a gas cooktop, and there's a morning room off of the back. There's a full basement as well. The location just really can't be beat. In addition to there being like a little strip mall right down the street from this property, we're also just a few minutes away from Maple Street, which is like the main drag for Vienna. All right, so that's everything with this property here. Okay, so we are in this mixed-use development called Founders Row in Falls Church. This is where our next property is near. So there's really 2 parts of Falls Church. We're actually doing a deep dive video series that should be released probably in the next month or so. That'll go into more information about Falls Church. Although we do have a video about Falls Church on our channel. I guess I should have been talking to people about the fact that we already have videos about these different areas on our channel. Check those out. Anyway, $1.5 million. You can buy something in Falls Church as well. Falls Church kind of borders the McLean area to the, McLean is to the north, and then Arlington, North Arlington is to the east, right? So you're gonna have a quick commute. You also have access to great schools, and there's just a lot of like creature comfort that living in Falls Church offers you opposed to, I would say, other areas. Not as much as Arlington, more than McLean, and more than Vienna, right? So let's get to that next property. 4-bedroom, 4-bath home in Falls Church. Now, this home is pretty cool in the sense that there's a sunroom off of the back of the property, and it overlooks or backs up to the golf course. It's just under 1/4 acre. I think one theme you're going to see when we're looking at $1.5 million properties is that they're not necessarily new, but they have been renovated. Right, so this house has also been renovated, and the flooring on the main level looks gorgeous. I also like the size of one of the bedrooms that's not the owner's suite upstairs, on the upstairs level. So there's actually 3 bathrooms upstairs. And I think there's an opportunity for you to have a bedroom in the basement, but there isn't one at this time, but there's a full bathroom. And it's also a walkout basement, which is very rare for a property where you walk into it on the main level. All right, so that's it for this property. Let's get out of here. Okay, so I wanted to get out and do like this elaborate video showing you like the different shops that are available in our next spot, which is McLean. Now, McLean is going to be a higher price point. It's known for its prestigious homes, estate-like homes, some of the highest sales prices in all of Virginia and the DC metro area are in McLean. But in this series, we're talking about $1.5 million. And yes, you can buy a home that's $1.5 million in McLean. So the home that we're going to show you, I think has a lot to like about it. Also, it sits on a really nice lot. So let's head there now. Now we're at the McLean property that's priced at $1.425 million. Now it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath property. It kind of looks like a split level because it is a split level. So you walk through the front door, you have some steps, you can either go up or down, and 3 of the bedrooms are on the main level. And so the way this house works, you have the main living level on one side, and then you have the bedrooms that kind of sit over the garage here, and then we have one more bedroom on the lower level. This is sort of what you get for $1.5 million in McLean, right? So you're going to get something that's been renovated like this property. McLean properties for the most part have larger lots. One of the value adds of buying in McLean, even though you get more or less like an older home, is that this lot is valuable. McLean teardown lots sometimes go anywhere from $1.1 to $1.4 million. You not only have value in the structure itself, and maybe you're not in a position to afford, a $3 million, $4 million home, but there is somebody who would tear this house down and put a gigantic home on its lot. And look at the size. Look at the size of this lot. I mean, you can see why people love building properties in McLean. All right, so now we're in Arlington. This is going to be the end of our tour here. It's actually pouring down raining. We should have thought this through. But one of the main reasons why people like living in Arlington is because it's where everything is happening. So you have the shortest commute, you have access to all of the creature comforts. So we're going to get out of here before we get too wet and go see that next property. Okay, so on this property tour, we have a $1.6 million property in Arlington proper. It is zoned for one of the top schools in the region, and it's a gorgeous layout on the main living level. I'm usually not a fan of cooktops in the island, but this cooktop, there's plenty of countertop space around. It almost looks like you're in like a hibachi style restaurant where you're doing like a little show for your guests. I also like the dining room in this property here because you could have a circular table. The yard too is relatively flat, so when you look around here, you think to yourself, you know what, there's a lot of hills in Arlington, so the backyard is probably going to have a poorly sloped yard. That's not the case here. Great layout. Also, I love the owner's suite in this property as well. There's no shower, which could be a problem. And also another problem you probably already noticed, it is on a busier street, right? So parts of Arlington, because it's like a little city, it's pretty busy. But one of the things I like about Arlington is the fact that you have these bike lanes going throughout. It's often voted one of the healthiest places to live in America. So yeah, so that's this property here, $1.6 million. So let's wrap this up. Vienna gives you newer space, McLean gives you land and top schools, Falls Church gives you size and charm, Arlington gives you minutes saved. Same budget, but everyone values something different: space, schools, commute, or charm. If you want help figuring out which area fits your lifestyle best, fill out the form in the description below. That's our perfect home questionnaire. Once it's done, we'll schedule a Zoom call and answer all your real estate questions. And if you like this tour, let us know in the comments below. We're thinking about doing more videos like this in the future. Thanks for riding along. I will see you in the next video. Peace.